When we talk about coffee consumption, it's impossible to ignore the impacts this beverage can have on the cardiovascular system. In fact, coffee is a rich source of caffeine, which, when ingested, can cause an increase in blood pressure in some individuals. For many, this elevation is not a cause for concern, but for others, it can be a warning sign. Hypertension is a condition that can lead to serious health problems, making moderation in coffee consumption essential for those predisposed to this condition. Moreover, it's interesting to observe how the response to coffee can be highly individualized. For instance, while some people can enjoy their cup of coffee without feeling any significant change, others may notice that their blood pressure rises considerably after consumption. This highlights the importance of monitoring how your body reacts. A practical tip would be to check your blood pressure before and after drinking coffee to better understand what's happening in your body. This information can be a true game changer when it comes to cardiovascular health. Finally, when considering the impacts of coffee on cardiovascular health, it is vital to remember that moderation is key. Research suggests that limiting consumption to 2 cups a day can be a good practice for many. This approach not only helps avoid adverse reactions but also allows you to continue enjoying the benefits of coffee while staying in tune with your heart health. And as the conversation about coffee continues, we cannot forget how caffeine also influences the nervous system and what that means for our overall well-being. Caffeine, the main component of coffee, is known to be a powerful stimulant of the central nervous system. This means that when enjoying that cup of coffee, many people feel an immediate boost in concentration and productivity. It's like their brain wakes up and is ready to tackle any challenge. However, it's important to remember that this stimulating effect can vary significantly from person to person. While some feel energized and ready to conquer the world, others may experience nervousness and irritability when their consumption becomes excessive. Moreover, what many don't realize is that caffeine dependency can be a real issue. Some individuals may find themselves in a consumption cycle where they cannot function well without their morning coffee. This leads to a phenomenon known as withdrawal syndrome, which can include symptoms like headaches, fatigue, and even difficulty concentrating. For those who relate to this, a practical tip would be to gradually reduce coffee intake, allowing the body to adjust. For example, substituting 1 or 2 cups with decaffeinated teas can be a great way to ease this transition. Finally, it's crucial to understand that, despite the benefits, caffeine should be consumed with caution. Staying within a moderate range is essential to enjoy what coffee has to offer without the negative effects that can arise from excessive use. The key is to listen to your body and notice how it reacts. And while you reflect on coffee's relationship with the nervous system, it's interesting to also consider the effects of coffee on the gastrointestinal tract, a topic worth exploring. Coffee, while loved by many, can have some effects on the gastrointestinal tract that deserve attention. One of the most notable impacts is the increase in gastric juice production, which can be problematic for those already suffering from conditions like heartburn or gastritis. When someone drinks coffee, especially on an empty stomach, the acid can further irritate the stomach lining. To avoid this, a practical tip is to drink coffee after a meal or opt for less acidic versions, such as cold brew coffee. This can make a significant difference for those experiencing gastrointestinal discomfort. Another important consideration is the sensitivity some people have to caffeine, which can trigger symptoms like diarrhea or abdominal cramps. The solution here is simple. Monitor your body and adjust the amount of coffee you consume. If you notice your stomach isn't happy after that cup, it may be time to explore alternatives like herbal teas, which are gentler and can still provide comfort and warmth. In summary, coffee can be a daily pleasure, but it's crucial to pay attention to your body's reactions. Knowing your limits and making small adjustments to your routine can lead to a much more enjoyable experience. And while you think about the relationships between coffee and the gastrointestinal tract, it's worth exploring how coffee consumption also relates to oncology and its possible impacts on cancer. an intriguing topic that's coming up next. The relationship between coffee and cancer is a topic that sparks heated discussions within the scientific community. While some studies have raised concerns about coffee's impact on health, recent meta-analyses suggest that moderate coffee consumption may actually act as a protector against certain types of cancer. The truth is that this delightful beverage may contain beneficial compounds, such as antioxidants, that play a role in cancer prevention and promote overall health. For instance, those who regularly consume coffee may have a reduced risk of liver cancer and colorectal cancer, but it's always important to remember that moderation is key. However, there is still controversy regarding the effects of coffee and oncology, especially concerning how the beverage is prepared. Very hot coffees may be associated with an increased risk of esophageal cancer. Therefore, a valuable tip is to wait a bit before sipping that steaming cup. Additionally, if you're looking to maximize the benefits of coffee, considering preparation methods that preserve its antioxidant properties, such as using filtering methods, can be a smart strategy. In conclusion, while research continues to clarify the connection between coffee and cancer, what one can do is enjoy the benefits of a cup of coffee, knowing that choosing a balanced and healthy diet is essential. And speaking of healthy choices, it's interesting to also understand the moderate doses of caffeine and how they can impact our daily lives, a topic we will explore soon. When it comes to coffee, moderation is key. Most experts agree that a consumption of up to 250 milligrams of caffeine per day, which is approximately 2 cups of coffee, is considered safe for most people. This amount can provide all the benefits that coffee has to offer, such as increased energy and concentration, without the unwanted side effects. For coffee lovers, knowing they are within this range can bring relief, especially when facing a hectic day and needing an extra boost. On the other hand, it's crucial to understand that exceeding this amount can lead to side effects. Some individuals may experience stomach issues or nervousness. For instance, having 1 extra cup on a stressful day might make you feel anxious or restless. Therefore, for those starting to notice these signs, a good tip is to gradually reduce coffee intake, perhaps by replacing 1 cup with decaffeinated coffee or even tea. This can help minimize dependence without sacrificing flavor. Moreover, the perception of what constitutes a moderate dose can vary from person to person. Some individuals are more sensitive to caffeine and may need to adjust their consumption accordingly. Listening to one's body and noticing how it reacts to coffee is fundamental. Understanding these signals can not only improve health but also maximize the benefits of coffee consumption in daily life. Speaking of individual responses, it's interesting to see how coffee uniquely affects each of us, leading us to consider the individual reaction to coffee. The response to coffee is a fascinating topic, as it varies widely from person to person. While some individuals may experience a significant boost in energy and focus after a cup of coffee, others may encounter negative effects, such as anxiety and palpitations. Therefore, it's essential to understand that there isn't a one-size-fits-all approach to coffee consumption. Someone who loves their morning coffee might greatly benefit from its effects, while another person might feel better without it. For those who are more sensitive to caffeine, being aware of how their body reacts can be the key to healthy consumption. A practical tip is to keep a coffee consumption diary. This can help identify patterns in how you feel after different amounts and times of consumption. If you notice that coffee makes you feel jittery or disrupts your sleep, it may be time to consider adjustments in quantity or timing. For example, swapping an afternoon coffee for a caffeine-free option can provide relief in your routine without sacrificing the pleasure of a warm drink. By doing this, you're creating a healthier space for your body and mind. Additionally, caffeine dependence is a reality for many people. Withdrawal syndrome can lead to symptoms like headaches and fatigue. So if you're thinking about cutting back on coffee, do it gradually to avoid these unwanted effects. For many, A smooth transition can include introducing alternative beverages like herbal teas, which not only offer comfort but also help reduce dependence. Thus, the journey with coffee becomes more than just a matter of consumption. It's an opportunity to connect with your body and its needs. We've reached an interesting point in the conversation about coffee, and now it's time to think about how this information can impact each person's life. Viewers are encouraged to share their experiences with coffee consumption in the comments. Since everyone reacts uniquely, these exchanges can generate valuable learning and create a community around this passion for the beverage. If you've had a positive or negative experience with coffee, this is the perfect space to share and, who knows, help others find their path. Finally, the main message is clear. Whether you are a coffee lover or someone reconsidering your relationship with the drink, the key is to listen to your body and adapt your consumption to your needs. Don't hesitate to explore the various options available, as health should always be a priority. So what are you waiting for? Start chatting in the comments and get ready to discover new flavors and insights.